The A-10 Thunderbolt II is one of the most iconic aircraft of all time. Designed and built by Fairchild Republic, this flying cannon has proven itself in several conflicts, providing crucial close air support to soldiers on the ground since its entry into service in 1977, flying in places such as the Middle East and the Balkans. Utilizing its massive General Electric GAU-8 Avenger 30mm cannon to obliterate anything on the receiving end. Today, we will cover several aspects of what soldiers and airmen nicknamed the Warthog. We will discuss its development, the design characteristics that make it nearly invincible, and talk about its impressive armament capabilities, and go over its successful service record. In 1966, the Attack Experimental, or AX program, began. As a response to the inadequacies of the existing close air support aircraft used during the Vietnam War, such as the A-1 Skyraider and the A-7 Corsair II, they both demonstrated certain limitations in their ability to engage enemy forces and survive under heavy fire. They weren't sufficiently durable and lacked the firepower to engage heavily armored targets effectively. A key lesson from this conflict was the need for a robust, survivable aircraft capable of delivering substantial firepower accurately on target while withstanding significant damage. Another important design decision was during the Cold War. One significant concern was the potential for a massive armored advance by the Soviet Union into Europe. To counteract this, the United States Air Force wanted an aircraft that could provide effective precision fire support to troops on the ground, and that could destroy or disrupt enemy armored units. The AX program set forth the requirements. The new aircraft needed to be maneuverable at low speeds and low altitudes, have a long loiter time, be able to carry a large payload of weapons, and be highly survivable. Additionally, the Air Force stipulated that the aircraft should be simple to maintain and capable of operating from short and potentially damaged runways. Several companies submitted proposals, including Northrop and Fairchild Republic. Two prototypes were built, Northrop's YA-9A and Fairchild Republic's YA-10A. The YA-10A prototype was chosen in 1973 after a fly-off against the YA-9A. The first flight of the A-10 took place on May 10, 1972. It outperformed the YA-9A in terms of survivability, weapons load, range, and maneuverability, all while meeting the cost criteria set by the Air Force. The A-10's airframe is built for resilience, capable of enduring significant battle damage. It features redundant hydraulic flight systems, a self-sealing fuel system, and mechanical backup systems, ensuring the aircraft remains operational even under heavy fire. The cockpit and parts of the flight control system are protected by a 1,200-pound titanium armored tub. This heavy shielding can withstand direct hits from armor-piercing and high-explosive projectiles up to 23mm. The A-10 is powered by two General Electric TF-34 GE100A turbofan engines, mounted high on the rear of the fuselage to protect them from ground fire and reduce the aircraft's infrared signature. The straight-wing design allows for short takeoffs and landings, enabling the A-10 to operate from improvised fields near the front lines. The wings are also high-mounted, providing ample space for a variety of ordnance under the wings and fuselage. The Warthog features a large canopy that offers excellent all-around visibility, particularly to the front and sides. Its straight-wing design and large ailerons allow the A-10 to be extremely maneuverable at low speeds and altitudes, making it easier to visually acquire and track ground targets. It is equipped with advanced flight systems and avionics. The aircraft features the AN/AAQ-28 Lightning targeting pod that provides targeting information, including infrared imagery, and it also has advanced GPS, INS navigation systems. One of the most distinguishing features of the A-10's design is the incorporation of the GAU-8 Avenger. With 1,350 rounds of ammunition, this 7-barrel Gatling-style autocannon is one of the most powerful cannons ever flown. It is capable of firing 3,900 rounds per minute, and its large 30mm shells, primarily armor-piercing or high-explosive incendiary rounds, are particularly effective against armored targets such as tanks and infantry fighting vehicles, as well as fortified enemy positions. Along with the main gun, the A-10 can hold up to 16,000 pounds of ordnance, such as a variety of air-to-surface missiles, mainly the AGM-65 Maverick missile, which is designed to destroy ground targets such as tanks and fortifications. These missiles are guided by TV and infrared for day and nighttime missions, and they have a long range that allows the A-10 to engage targets from a safe distance. Along with air-to-ground missiles, it can carry a wide range of bombs to use against different types of targets. This includes conventional unguided bombs, cluster bombs, laser-guided bombs, and GPS-guided bombs such as JDAMs. The variety allows for flexibility in mission planning to take on a range of targets from enemy personnel to fortifications and armored vehicles. Unguided rockets can also be used for ground attack roles. While less accurate than guided missiles, rockets can be effective for area saturation or against softer targets. While not its primary role, the A-10 can defend itself against airborne threats using AIM-9 Sidewinder air-to-air missiles. In addition to its offensive weaponry, the A-10 has defensive countermeasures to protect itself from enemy threats. This includes electronic countermeasure pods, chaff and flare dispensers to disrupt radar-guided and infrared missiles, respectively. The A-10 first saw combat during Operation Desert Storm. A-10s flew thousands of sorties and proved highly effective against Iraqi armor and ground forces. In spite of the advanced anti-aircraft weapons fielded by Iraq during this conflict, A-10s destroyed more than 900 Iraqi tanks, 2,000 other military vehicles, and 1,200 artillery pieces. The durability of the A-10 was demonstrated when an A-10 piloted by Captain Kim Campbell suffered extensive damage from anti-aircraft fire but was able to return safely to base. The Warthog was deployed in the Balkans for Operation Deny Flight and Operation Deliberate Force, enforcing the no-fly zone over Bosnia. It was also used during Operation Allied Force over Kosovo, where A-10s conducted combat patrols and engaged enemy ground targets. A-10s have been extensively used in the conflict in Afghanistan, providing close air support to NATO ground forces and conducting independent bombing missions. The Warthog's ability to loiter for extended periods, identify targets, and deliver precision strikes has made it a critical asset in this conflict. During Operation Iraqi Freedom, A-10s provided close air support to ground troops, attacked enemy armor, and targeted insurgent forces. They also provided forward air control, identifying targets for other aircraft. The A-10 was again deployed to fight ISIS in Iraq and Syria. As part of Operation Inherent Resolve, the aircraft carried out strikes against a range of targets, including vehicles, training camps, and bunkers. Well, that just about wraps up the infamous Warthog. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below on what you think about the A-10. Anyways, take it easy.